I'm sorry. I'm coming on late. I kind of don't care. I was just like, I gotta get up to watch it, but I woke up kind of late. So, I'm probably missing some stuff, and that's fine. I don't care if I'm 2, 3 minutes late. As long as I'm gonna start doing this more often, because I know this is the last time, but I didn't. Here we go.
Welcome back to Video and Stuff. I'm the producer of Dragon Ball Legends, Toshi, and we have two new members today.
Hi everybody, I am Jennifer, Community Manager on Dragon Ball Legends.
Hello, I'm Janneke, the other community manager. It is great to meet our Dragon Ball Legends players.
Okay.
So this is our first time as Dragon Ball Legends
Yeah, already.
presenting our community manager to all our players.
Yeah, so basically as community managers, we listen very closely to the voice of the community, which we then forward to
GT.
you, Toshi.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's right. As a matter of fact, Janneke and I have been working together on Dragon Ball Legends for some time now, and one of our goals is to create more content for the community. Probably you have seen a few of our new social media posts on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, so we've already working on other guides with content, like a video tutorial series that's in the work right now, so hopefully that will help new beginning players.
Rest assured that we will make everything to make sure that the development team and the community come closer together.
Okay.
That's something I'm personally looking forward to as well, because at the end of the day, we have the team working on the game, but we're not truly professionals at really making ourselves too public outside. So these two will definitely, hopefully, make the
Where's my
entire
LFT
environment a
key?
lot better for all the players.
Hopefully.
Yes, we hope so too. But yeah, let's move on to the in-game information, because
Okay.
at last we implemented a new game mode, Tournament of Power.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's something big that we have been working on for quite a long time, actually, and I'm hoping that many players are having fun. Or
Yeah, I
if
wish
they're
we
not,
had-
we would definitely like to hear.
I wish it
voices
didn't have
of
the
that, so that we
limit.
can work on
What's
it
the name
as
to it? Then I would think I'll be
many of
having a
you
lot more
may be
fun with the
already aware.
game.
It's in the preseason, basically means what we're doing right now.
No, I
what you're
understand. I
participating
understand that
isn't
it's in the
something
preseason.
that's
I
gonna be
just
rock
think
solid
that
for the future.
personally,
We're probably going to
it's
be
what's the
tweaking
name?
lots of things, not just in
What am I
terms
looking
of like
for?
gaming and balancing, but in terms of like the ranking or how frequently you play it and so on. So
It didn't
as
have
of
the
now,
energy.
We're,
That's just me.
I wouldn't say testing the waters because we're comfortable. We'd like to think we're comfortable with what we have, but the more we hear from you guys, the easier it is for us to move on and make it better or to tweak it.
Yeah, so definitely let us know
Take
on
away
social
energy.
media, Twitter or Facebook, what you think of the Tournament of Power, and we will let Toshi know.
That's right. But you know, you did not only implement Tournament of Power, you also implemented Ultra.
Yes, the ultra rarity. I'm pretty sure
Oh, yes.
the first time when players heard it, they probably thought, "Oh God, they're gonna have to gather lots of chrono crystals."
Yeah, I thought the
first."
same
But no,
thing.
we're definitely gonna be providing these ultras in similar manners as the first Super Saiyan Goku did for now. And then maybe in the far future, they might start appearing as different characters in summons. But as of now, we're planning on providing for more content similar to what we did with Goku, where you have to play different modes, where you have to participate in different content and gather Z power for that Goku in different methods. Of course, it doesn't mean you have to play PvP or that you have to play co-op. We're at the end of the day gonna leave that decision up to the players because we want for them to make that choice. But we're also going to say, if you play it all, you're gonna get a lot more than not playing it all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that makes
definitely want
sense.
people to remind them to definitely do this so you can collect all the Z power.
Yeah, I'm
before the
pretty
event
sure
is
they're
over.
going to be excited. Also, I have to say that I really like the art direction that you guys took on this, and congratulations to the team because you did an amazing job. So I am pretty sure everybody's going to be happy about it.
The art
Exactly.
team really took their time and care to make sure that this is something distinguishable from other pieces of Dragon Ball, that this is unique to Dragon Ball Legends. As you can tell, the dark ink, the slightly Japanese-esque feeling to it, and is kind of very unique to Legends as a whole. And also, it makes sure that you can tell as a whole that the rarity that is Ultra is something clearly distinguishable from other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll definitely not forget to play
That's
it.
that
But
really is
we're gonna
true.
move on to a next segment, our first time
It's
for
so
Ask
much.
Stuff,
Oh,
which will be was held during the battle hour for the first time, and we're
but
gonna
I
have
mean,
to
it
have
was
some
really
questions
good.
for
Not
you,
the battle. I'm not
Toshi.
talking
So
about the
I hope
battle.
you're ready.
The
Yeah, we still
variety.
had like what
The
1690
Ultra Rarity is
something
really
questions left
actually
in our
really
hands from that
slick
point on.
animation. If they
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
going
yeah.
with
And I
that,
also heard that 200
those
of those
characters
questions
about to,
were about you.
run.
Yeah,
Asking questions about you.
Especially
So
if
how
we get
do
a
you
whole
feel about
PV,
that?
a whole
Well,
team.
some of them
I
were
think
very much
they
personal,
should
so
probably
no,
stick
I'm
to
not going to
making
answer all of
one
them. But
complete,
yeah,
three-man team
we'll
first
try to
before
answer
moving on
as much as
somewhere else.
possible. In terms of
Personally,
gameplay, in terms of Dragon Ball Legends, I don't know about the
course.
personal ones.
Yeah.
Maybe take me out to dinner somewhere. I don't know.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
They're gonna
so
shoot a
to
shot.
go with those questions.
yeah, so I have question one. When looking at specific characters, it says they activate the following effects on themselves at the start of battles. How long will the effective abilities last when activation time is not specified?
So, at this point, we have many characters with different abilities, and I understand some feedback saying it looks like I'm reading a dictionary for certain characters. At the same time, many people can tell that certain characters are very strong because of the wall of text that they see it. But
Yeah.
it's another difficult part for us to move on with because the more new abilities that we add, the easily it can be confusing with more systems added on top of each other, and it doesn't really leave much for vagueness, especially because this game that is Dragon Ball Legends basically is kind of similar to a real-time card game of sorts, where everybody's playing in the same rule. In the question that you mentioned earlier, with the abilities with the buffs that activate, usually there are a few major laws that we follow, where if it specifies the counter time, the moment the character steps in, the moment the character uses that attack, that's when the counter time starts. So, for those of you who may want to keep close count of how long that buff is lasting, they should maybe pay attention to the top left corner of the screen and kind of subtract the time from that point on, which I understand is a difficult feat, especially in
Yeah, 'cause
PvP.
we're never
So
gonna be
in the
paying
future,
attention
maybe
to it like
we'd like
that.
to make these count times or these kind of time left.
after
you
a
have
while,
on
it
certain
becomes
buffs
just
a
a
lot more
giant
visibly
guess of
distinguishable.
is it
And we
still
understand that
active?
that's,
Do I have to wait a
an
few
issue.
more
But
seconds?
another rule
It does become
is
that
if
after
it
a
doesn't
while.
specify a time, it usually won't go away. It's something of a semi-permanent effect. And the reason I say semi is because there are certain characters that will cancel your buffs. There
Yeah.
are certain characters that can use their main abilities or their special card and get rid of your buffs, and that's when it goes away, obviously. But aside from that, it usually stays with your character, and then there are also the buffs that says not cancelable, which aren't cancelable, as we like to think
Simple as
it's very
that.
clear. Yeah, it's very. We'd like to think it's clear and simple, meaning they're literally permanent, and as long as you have that character out, they will be buffing that character in the sense that should be explained in the ability.
Okay.
All right. Awesome
Thank you.
answer. Second question now. So, does the management team sometimes disagree on things like abilities or elements?
I wouldn't say sometimes. It usually starts out with a disagreement because there are many things that we have to look at in terms of how character functions, not just in the sense of the current meta, the environment of what players are using, but also there are certain characters where players, well, not just players, but us as fans of Dragon Ball as well, would like to see certain characters play out differently. So we want certain characters to be as strong as possible, obviously. And
Yeah,
then
of course.
there's people like me that says, no, please don't. And there's lots of arguments that goes on. And
Yeah,
usually
I
it takes
I
about
kind of expect that.
a few weeks prior to it being released in terms of tweaking and balancing. And there's much discussion,
But
but
this seems like a
we'd like to
huge
think it's a
problem.
healthy discussion. And also, the disagreement that we have isn't something of an unhealthy one where we just simply want to make certain characters stronger than something else, or we want to push out certain tags more than others. We want to make sure that
I get it,
the
but it
environment
just
as a
feels
whole
like
is,
sometimes,
I wouldn't
like
say
when
entirely fair, because
the
at
whole
the end of the
God
day, if
Key
everything is viable,
took
then
when the
everything's
whole
viable.
God Key
So
infusion
we want to
just
make sure
took
that there's
over
different choices,
Legends
there's
for that
different ways
temporary time.
of
I felt like it was
making
just
a
those two
complex
characters
rock,
coming out. I
paper,
mean, those two
scissors
tags in
system
particular coming
where
out.
certain characters are definitely stronger than others, but those characters are weaker against other characters, and that
Yeah, I mean,
cycle
yeah.
goes on.
The cycle
Yeah,
is a
the meta
weird
has to change
cycle
at some
because
point.
some old
So
characters
yeah, for
can,
the third
like,
question,
if you didn't
which
know,
character did
did
you have
you
the
know
hardest time creating?
that
I'm curious
the
for
Super
this.
Saiyan 3
So,
Goku
Biggest
can one
character
shot
that comes to mind is
Super
Ultra
Vegito,
Instinct Sign Goku.
the purple one. The green
This-
one can one
this
shot
has
the
been
purple
mentioned
one with
a
his
few
main
times.
ability.
I hope
I've
you
done
guys
it
Such a cool.
so many
It's on my
times
main team.
in
All
different
the time.
circumstances,
Still
and I
trying
think
to
I
get
barely
it.
have him 3 stars.
Yeah.
I'm suffering a little bit, but it's alright.
Well, as a Legends limited character, we wanted to make sure that it had very strong assets in terms of just fighting on its own, and we wanted to make sure that with his unique ability, the unique gauge that he has, he stood out.
Gogeta
But at the same
confirmed.
time, I mean, I'm pretty sure many people, when they first read it, it says it dodges just strike attacks, blast attacks, tap attacks. It's like, okay, so this guy's basically invincible, right? But if that was the case, as I kind of said earlier, then it would just be a boring game of everybody has to use Goku. So we wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that he had his weaknesses. So in that sense, the balancing was very difficult, because if the weakness was too great, then it's unfun, you know? It's just not, it won't be fun. So we wanted to make sure that he had his strong damage, high output, but made sure that if you did screw up, if you did get hit, you are going to be in for a ride, and
Yeah,
you're
that
going to have to
man
be careful.
folds
with
like
using
I
so
mean, I can't take
he
hits
is
for
a character
nothing.
that in terms of balancing was difficult to tweak, and also in terms of just graphical technology. This is something that we answered in the previous Ask stuff too, but we took so much longer than the average character in terms of just making this character look great and making sure that everybody's smartphone could handle it.
Well, I
So
mean,
how much time actually? Can you say that?
Honestly, the discussion itself started like more than half a year before its
Oh.
release, so
Wow,
I don't even know
okay.
when I should define how long it took.
well, it was definitely worth it because
Yeah.
I love playing with it.
Well, I will let you know once I finally get it. But yeah, hopefully soon. So, yeah, the next question is a little bit tricky. So there's a girl I like in the class next door. I
No.
always attack her with my strike arts, but she keeps avoiding me with vanishing steps. How can I make sure my rising rush will reach her?
What the heck
That's
is
deep.
this?
That is deep, but romantic in a way.
Did you write this, or was this really in the question?
Are we in school? I don't know. I don't. Maybe.
I swear to God, I did see some silly questions in the list of the 1700 questions. Some of them were really like just simple, saying, "Can we have more Chrono Crystals?" But like that one just, you know what?
At least it's original.
Yeah, it's very original. You know, I
Very-
suggest
that
you
was
bring
actually
in
really
maybe
fun- that was
Majin
actually
Buu
really
and,
funny.
making sure that she can't switch characters. Maybe I have no idea how to answer
one,
this,
good
but
one.
there are certain characters that stops you from using switch covers. So if you don't want them to dodge, yeah, those characters are what I suggest.
Well, I hope he doesn't.
Yeah. Please let us know. Please let us know what happened.
Then I have another question. Will
He
Kenny
got shafted.
Vegito ever be made?
The strongest candy in the world? Yeah. Personally, I would love to see it. Yes. I mean, probably in Dragon Ball Legends, it would literally be just a dot flying in the air. But no, we have no plans for it yet. Maybe in the future.
Who knows, right?
Aw.
Well, and the last question is actually about the legendary finishes. So for moves that weren't in the original manga or anime like Super Saiyan Vegito or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegito, how do you decide how to bring them to
Yeah,
Legends?
yeah,
So
yeah, that is
when
a
we
good
first
question.
created the legendary
It's a nice one,
finishes, we
actually.
wanted to make sure that the iconic scenes that everybody loved and wanted to
I didn't
reenact
watch
were basically
Super
brought to an
Saiyan
entirely different tier
Vegito
of their own.
fight
But at the same time,
Zamasu.
little by
I didn't
little,
watch the full
we
fight.
had not just
I
the
knew what
fans, but
happened.
on our
I didn't
end as
watch
well,
the episode
wanting to
when he
see
did the fusion and
characters
everything like
that
that.
were just generally hyped in general, very popular characters in general, and those characters usually are popular for like just their existence, basically, not just a single move. So we had to figure out ways of providing, picking up certain aspects of the character that would just, not just in terms of anime or other Dragon Ball forms of art, just not just being accurate, but making sure that they were cool without, I wouldn't say disappointing the fans, but without letting them. Okay, let me rephrase it. We don't want to. We wanted to provide the characters without always letting the players know what to expect. So, Vegito is a good example. Everybody knew they wanted Vegito to be a high tier character, a very
He
strong
really
character.
is.
We wanted to provide the character in the best possible scenario. But like earlier you said, like Vegito has multiple forms, and his fight was kind of long against Majin Buu. And that entire series, that entire arc is what made him popular, so we couldn't even pick up on something. So we wanted to bring an entirely original idea to him.
Aww.
So we chose the character first, and then we tried to elevate him to that tier of legendary finish.
Thank you so much for
getting it.
answering all the
Wait,
questions.
hello, Gogeta,
That is
hello,
it for
Goku.
now,
Is that what it
but
said?
maybe next time we'll answer some more, and I hope you will answer them, even if they're silly.
In fact, I'd like to see more of our players ask us silly questions too on the SNS. So we're not going to just simply look at the previous 1,700 questions that were asked. We're definitely going to keep picking them up as the game goes on.
Like, I didn't
well,
expect you
definitely
to
ask,
just
yeah.
keep
We are there. We are
reusing the
reading your
same
questions,
ones.
your
We're like,
comments,
no, we don't need
everything,
new
so
ones.
please just share whatever you want.
And we still want to know how it turns out for the guy in the classroom and the girl.
Look his face.
Okay, that's weird, but yeah.
I agree, that
Let's
is.
move on to the next segment, Legends Update Info.
Okay.
So this one is going to be something of more of a ambiguous or things that we'd like to do in
Try
the
to sit
future,
down.
not something that it's going to be necessarily updated next month or before the anniversary and such. So we want everybody to know that this is something that we're focusing on. For an example, we're definitely trying to cut down on unnecessary loading time.
Oh my gosh, yes,
That's good to
please.
hear, actually.
The necessary
Another
buffs
thing
that we
is
needed.
basically a recommending equipment screen of some sort. Basically, Dragon Ball Legends, besides the characters, players have an assortment of equipment that they can work on, that they can keep grinding for to make their team their own style of basically just direction that they can take. And the equipment makes that a lot more, I wouldn't say extreme, but it helps the players out to make sure that they can take those characters and play as they want. And we understand that there's lots of choices. There's, in fact, some of them are named similarly to each other. That's something that we understand is an issue. Like, there's just different characters laughing or shouting, and some of them is really difficult to distinguish. So in the future, we're going to make sure that those are a lot more easily distinguishable between each equipments, and also players will be able to find out what
if
kind of
you have
equipments
the
are
little
being
red marker,
used.
it
by
means something,
Oh,
right?
that's
The yellow one, it
Yeah,
means
like I
something,
see a
right?
lot of players who,
If it
for
says
example, don't
Z on it
use
or
any
S.
equipment in the co-op or PvP, and you know that's also one of the reasons we decided to create the new tutorial series, because we also want to explain maybe if they don't know how to do that, but yeah, equipment.
You finna go to the car. Oh, you finna take a shower? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me leave. Let me get out. Hold on, guys. Okay, let's go back.
Yes.
Extremely important.
Yeah, it can definitely get confusing because indeed what you said, Tosha, there's so many different ones of the same characters, and I'm just like, okay, but I have, Android 18. Do I have to use all these matching equipments, or do I go for others? It is definitely a lot.
So, most players that are very hardcore usually have their own direction that they want to take the party into. But for those of you who still don't know what to do, or who have the
Grace,
characters
Super
but
Saiyan 4
don't know
LF.
which
Thank
one to
you.
equip,
And I'm glad
we're
I left
hoping
my
that this
notifications on.
suggestion system, sort of the recommendation system in the future, will help them out and basically make
that
their
the only
party
character we're getting?
one step or maybe more, even beyond, stronger than what they have right now.
Yeah, cannot wait for that.
Yeah, it will be awesome.
Another thing is making the multi-Z power easier to use. So I'm pretty sure many people have their opinions on the multi-Z power. Like, why can I only carry 3? Or why do I have to keep going back and forth to use it? As for the numbers, we don't want people to stock up and then use it on a new character.
Okay.
And,
I mean,
just
that makes
spam it
sense.
into
Makes
one
sense, of
character.
course.
We
We
want to make sure that this is a
understand,
reward that
just don't like
everybody
it.
can constantly get, but at the same time, we'll have to use immediately so that we don't have to worry about having people stockpile it. But
I mean,
right now, the system is kind of made to force you to
got people that can
go back and forth
buy-
between different menus, and
buy
that's something
stuff
that
on
we didn't really
stuff.
want
Let me
from the
shut
players
up.
to experience either. It was kind of a system requirement of sorts that we kind of had to do, and this is something that we're definitely going to fix in the future. So we hope that players look forward to that, especially for those of you who are always grinding for the high tier difficulties and just constantly using the
I'm gonna go back
ZBZ powers.
grinding on,
I
like,
understand
not
your sentiments
PvP,
in that it's a
what's the
bother, it's a
name?
hassle. I
The story and
think so
completing
as well,
the
especially
challenges
the
on
ones
the
in the guild
story to
shop.
get more chrono crystals. So
Those
I'm
are
gonna start back
so
doing
annoying to
that.
use. I am in the same boat as you, and we're definitely going to make those a lot easier to use.
Yeah, I'm glad to not have to go to my inbox as much as all the time then.
And another function that
like
we'd
inbox.
like to work on is making sure that certain characters having bonus ability buffs in certain content are a lot more easily distinguishable.
Okay.
Right now,
Okay.
certain events, like you take in certain characters, allow you to get more drops, more rewards for that content.
Yeah.
Those are written in the in-game info, but not many people obviously read it,
Like,
and
you
I
don't
don't want to have to force
Just
you to
guess
read
it.
it as well.
Like, you guess
So we
it
want to
by
make sure that
watching
those
other
are easier
YouTubers and
to
stuff
decide
that
on
just
when
would randomly try
basically
this stuff, and
challenging
then
the
it just
content
works, and then
itself,
we're just
when
like, oh, we should do
going
it
to that
too.
event and just looking at your party, and maybe the game will tell you the character that you have in your party right now will give you more bonus buffs or give you more drops. So those are something that we
Sometimes you
want to
don't
make sure
know
are a lot
exactly
more
which ones,
visibly
though.
distinguishable.
That,
Well,
you
this
have
is
to read to
something
know
of
which in particular.
the buff itself. We wanted to provide in the early days, and we prioritized implementing the buff itself over the UI. So that's why it ended up being as it is right now.
Really
So
good,
it was.
but
At the end of the
crumbles
day,
like
we don't
a darn
intend
cookie
for
when
the
it gets
players to have
touched.
to slog through different screens and suffer before playing.
Yeah, of course.
We want them to keep playing. We want them to just simply play as they like. And we hope everybody understands that the stress that people feel, those are something that we feel as well and would like to see go away.
Well, hopefully all of these improvements will eventually come to the game. We probably are going to, update all the players about this. So, yeah.
Keep an eye out on
Excuse
social
me.
media.
All right, and I think there's one more update that we're trying to work on is recovering your energy. Everybody requires energy to keep playing their content. Right now, there is the option of recovering your energy using chrono crystals or through your tank. But
Thanks.
you have to use one energy to spend your chrono crystals, and it's a bit of a hassle. So those kind of minor tweaks, limitations will go away in the future.
Okay.
And also another thing
That's
that
really great.
we'll probably try to make sure to implement is allowing for players to get rid of adventures that they don't need, because those fill up
Okay.
very quickly.
Very quickly, especially if playing PvP, it's always full, basically,
Yeah.
trying to
In fact,
find the right ones.
As of this recording, it's not implemented, but for all we know, some of these systems could be already implemented when the video goes live.
Well,
Well,
if you do and you'd like to change this, definitely let us know.
yeah, we will also be looking forward to that. 100%.
Hello?
Good evening. Welcome to Legends News. New character is coming to Legends. Normally, we
characters,
showcase
new
new
character.
characters that appear in the Legends All-Stars, but today we have something more special. This time, we have an all-new Legends Limited character.
Super Saiyan 4,
Let's start
which
by
I'm
checking out
dope,
this video.
proud to, I'm a GT fanboy. Oh, just, woohoo!
Here we go.
Why did you do him like that? This is make you swap out. Oh, I like that strike animation though. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, dang. Oh, that's dope. You have a Dragon Fist character.
What a fight.
Yeah, you definitely coming
Legends
on my
Limited
GT
Super
team,
Saiyan
bro.
4 Goku is coming.
What
On
element
top
color
of
is
having
he?
a rescue type cover change ability, this Goku is an incredible attacker whose damage dealt increases
He
from
gonna
the
be
start
red.
of the battle
Watch him be
and
red.
every time he's faced with an enemy, making him a very versatile character. He also gets various buffs whenever his allies are defeated. Get him angry enough, and his ultimate is basically a one-shot kill. That's it for Legends News.
You're lying. He can one shot if he takes enough damage.
So many players must be super excited for this edition of Super Saiyan 4 Goku because we've seen so many requests for GT characters.
Yes,
That's
we don't
right.
have
I
enough
can
on
tell you that I am
GT. Cannot be
extremely
slept on the
excited
way
as
we
well.
that
Like,
we're
I
being
cannot
left
wait for this
out
card
on. I'm
to
sorry, I'm a GT
finally be
fanboy. I
available.
watched it when I was a
So,
kid, so that's
yeah,
why.
looking forward
I
to it,
didn't.
like
Not really a
everybody
big fan of
else.
Super.
So I'm not going to say anything definitive,
Love
but I
Beerus and
will
everything
say
cool, but
we are totally
want my
focusing on
want all my
GT one way
dragons there.
or
You know what I
another,
mean? I want all my
with
dragons.
the addition of this new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So I hope everybody looks
Another
forward to that.
Vegeta would be nice.
I think they would be
I
extremely
mean,
happy
get him,
about
give
that.
us an oob.
All right. So in
I
terms
like how
of
they switched
new
the
Dragon Ball
music.
Legends news, that's it for today.
They're
But
teasing us.
this is you two's first appearance in video and stuff. How was it?
Well, I loved it. I had a lot of fun, especially talking to you, Toshi, and
Oh, that was
Janica,
it?
and
Oh, that's it?
creating
Okay.
this piece of content for the community. So yeah, let's see what's happening.
Yeah, so I also had a lot of fun. It was really fun being here on videos and stuff. And if you have feedback for us, let us know on
Yeah, I'm
social
about to make
media,
another
Twitter,
video
and Facebook.
separated from
Also,
all
what you
this.
would like to see on social media,
All
and
my
maybe
thoughts and
we can
reactions.
need something for you. So thank you so much, also Toshi, for having us. And
No,
yeah.
really looking forward to how this community
people say
engagement
Skip.
grows to be in the future.
He's not
So
gonna be a
I hope
Skip one.
everybody,
I feel like he's gonna be a really dope
voices
one to
their
have.
feedback so that we can pick up on it and make Dragon Ball Legends and these video and stuff too better than ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you again.
Thank you
Right.
so much.
Okay, so thank you guys, everybody, for watching this,
I'd do
and
it all
I will
over
see you
again if I
guys
could.
next time.
Bye.
Probably earlier next time. Well, that was dope. Thank you, Toshi, for this. Really, thank you. So now I'm about to make a video of me just talking about what I just watched. That's gonna be nice. Yay. And my thoughts. Yay. As this uploads because I'm just a lovely boy for content.